The Midwest is made up of 4 major land areas. The first consists of the hills and valleys of the Appalachian Highlands, which lie mainly to the east of this region, but extend into the eastern portion of Ohio. The second land area consists of the rolling, tree-covered hills of the Ozark-Washita Highlands that make up almost half of the state of Missouri. The third and smallest land area of the Midwest consists of the coastal lowlands that slowly rise from the shores of the Atlantic Ocean and Gulf of Mexico and extend all the way into southern Illinois and Missouri. The fourth, and by far the largest land area of the Midwest region, is made up of the interior plains. These flat to slightly hilly lands of medium elevation are found in every Midwestern state and make up over 90% of the land in the region. The western part of the interior plains is called the Great Plains. This is an area of semi-arid grassland that begins in northern Canada and extends south into central Texas. Around 1/2 of the oil produced in North America comes from the U.S. and Canadian Great Plains. And it is one of the world's chief wheat-growing areas, too. 4 of the top 7 wheat-growing states in our country have farmlands on the Great Plains. They are Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Wheat, which is ground into flour for baking, is the 3rd most valuable U.S. agricultural product, and around half of each year's crop is exported overseas. America's leading agricultural product is corn. Our country accounts for 40% of the world's corn production, and the vast majority of it is grown in the Midwest region. Over half of the U.S. crop is raised in just 4 Midwestern states. This incredibly productive corn-growing area is often called the Corn Belt. The Corn Belt states of the Midwest are Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, and Nebraska. Corn was a primary food crop for Native Americans who first cultivated it from a wild grass plant some 7,000 years ago. Today, corn has many additional uses. Most corn is raised to feed farm animals, such as cattle, poultry, and hogs. Of the corn that is raised for human consumption, some is eaten fresh, and the rest is either canned, frozen, or turned into breakfast cereals, corn chips, or other products. Sweeteners for soft drinks and other products are extracted from corn plants. And in the United States, corn sweeteners are more commonly used than sugar. Corn plants are also used to produce ethanol, an important renewable energy resource that is a common gasoline additive. And chemicals derived from corn plants are used to make a wide variety of other products, from paints and plastics to laundry detergents and inks. After corn, soybeans are America's 2nd largest crop in terms of cash sales. First introduced in the early 19th century, soybeans bring in around $10 billion a year, and around 3/4 of that crop is raised in the Midwest. Soybeans are very high in protein, and they are used in a wide variety of foods, such as tofu, breads, cereals, soy sauce, meat substitutes, and soy milk. And like corn, soybeans are also used to produce inks, paints, glues, and other products. However, the most common use of the soybeans raised in the U.S. is to make feed for farm animals. Some 90% of the soybean crop is used for this purpose. With nutritious feed from corn and soybeans so readily available, it is no surprise that the Midwest region is home to many of the top beef and pork producing states. Wisconsin is called the dairy state because until recently, it was the top state in the number of dairy cattle. Today, it ranks 2nd after California. And naturally, with so many dairies, cheese manufacturing and milk production are major industries in Wisconsin.